Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Nahmaduhu wa nusalli ala Muhammad Rasulillahi Kareem. This problem is related to Laplace transformation of integral transformation. Calculate the Laplace transform of the function ft is equal to sine of 3t using the definition of the Laplace transform. First of all, we will write the definition of Laplace transform of any function. Laplace of ft is equal to integration from 0 to infinity e to the power minus pt. This function ft is written here and integrate with respect to t. Now here we are given ft is equal to sine of 3t. So I write both sides value of ft, which is sine of 3t, equal to 0 to infinity e to the power minus pt into ft is equal to sine of 3t dt. Here we on the right hand side we will use the formula of integration of multiplication of two function, product of two function. I use this formula. First function as it differentiation integration of second function minus differentiation of first function, integration of second function, and again integrate with respect to x, multiplication of these two values, product of these values. This is formula. We will use this formula on the right hand side by considering sine 3x is the first function and e to the power minus px is second function by islet, using islet sine 3x first function and e to the minus px is second function, and apply this formula. Left hand side is Laplace of sine of 3t equal to first function as it, which is equal to sine 3t, integration of second function, e to the power minus pt dt. Limit of integration is 0 to infinity, so I apply here limit and now apply minus sign and integrate this value from 0 to infinity. Differentiation of first function, here first function is sine 3t, and integration of second function, which is equal to e to the power minus pt dt, and on multiplying this value and we again integrate, close this bracket, no, this bracket is closed here. We go to next step, sine 3t, integration of it. We know that integration of e to the power x is e to the power x. What if e to the power ax, integration of this e to the power ax and coefficient of a divided by coefficient a. We will use this formula here, e to the power minus pt and divide coefficient of variable t, the coefficient is minus p, so divided by minus p, integrate from 0 to infinity. For this term 0 to infinity, differentiation of sine is equal to cos 3t, but it is not t, so by chain rule we should differentiate, we must differentiate 3t, which is equal to 3 into 1. Differentiation of sine 3t is equal to differentiation of cos, differentiation of sine is cos 3t, but it is not t, so we differentiate 3t. 3 is constant, so I take out 3 outside from differentiation, and differentiation of t with respect to t is equal to 1. So we can write it as 3 cos 3t. I use this value. Cos 3t is right here, and I take out 3 from sign of differentiation, and differentiation of t with respect to t is 1. This is equal to 3 cos 3t. So I write 3 cos 3t, differentiation of this, and integration of this value I write already here. So use this value e to the power minus pt, and coefficient of t is minus p divided by minus p, and multiplication of this value means product of this value integrate from 0 to infinity with respect to t. I put the value of t here for upper limit t is equal to infinity. We know that t is equal to here minus pt. I write only infinity in this term, and I get e to the power minus p into infinity, and p into infinity is also p e to the power minus infinity. E to the power minus infinity is 0. So I write upper limit is 0, and also write lower limit by putting the value of t here, which is equal to 0. T is equal to 0, 3t is equal to 0, and sin 3t is 0, because t is equal to 0, sin 0 is 0. So upper limit and lower limit both are 0. Minus we can take out 3 and minus p as a constant from out of this integration. So I take out 3 upon minus p from sign of integration. 0 to infinity, remaining value is cos 3t and e to the power minus pt dt. We again use this formula in here. So I use this formula, use again, this value is equal to 0. This becomes minus multiplied becomes plus 3 upon p, and use formula of product integration of product of two function. I consider cos 3x first function and this is second function, and apply formula first function as it, cos 3t write as it, and integration of second function you can direct write this value, which is integration of e to the power minus pt, or write as I write here, and integrate from limit 0 to infinity, minus integration differentiation of first function, differentiation of cos 3t, and integration of second function. I apply formula for product of integration of product of two function and integrate this value. I use this formula again here. 3 upon p, I write cos 3t, and integration of e to the power pt is minus pt upon minus p. Limit is upper limit is infinity, lower limit is 0, and again differentiate cos 3t. We know that differentiation of cos is minus sign, but differentiation of 3t is equal to 3, as I already shown. Integration of e to the power minus pt is e to the power minus pt divided by minus p dt. Right, if we apply upper limit here, then we get e to the power minus infinity. E to the power minus infinity becomes 0. So this upper limit is 0. Also I put on the left hand side here Laplace sign of 3t, and right hand side 3 upon p, and I tell you the upper limit is upper limit is 0 and lower limit so by putting the value of t which is equal to 0 in whole this value which is equal to cos 3 into 0 in multiplied by e to the power minus p into 0 upon minus p. Upper limit minus lower limit. I apply this limit, and this sign minus sign, convert this sign positive, minus minus multiplication positive, only 3 upon p take out from this integration of sign, and then we get 3 upon p integration 0 to infinity. I write e to the power minus pt first and then sin 3t, e to the power minus pt, and after it I write sin 3t dt, close this bracket, I write e to the power minus pt sin 3t and dt, close bracket, this bracket, and solve this value 3 upon p. This minus becomes positive after multiplying by this minus sign, or divide minus this sign, this becomes positive. Cos it, this is cos, this is 0, cos 0 is 1, and e to the power here 0 upon p, minus 3 upon p. If we write this value as equation number 1, then we can set that this value, we can write this value by this. So from equation number 1, this value can be written as Laplace of sin 3t from equation number 1. I use equation number 1 using equation number 1. Left hand side is also Laplace sine of 3t. On opening this bracket, 3 upon p multiply to e to the power 1 is equal 0 is 1 upon p, minus this multiply to this becomes 3 multiply 3 is 9, and p into p is p square, and Laplace of sine of 3t. Laplace of sine 3t. Transpose this value to left hand side. Laplace of sine 3t plus 9 upon p square Laplace of sine 3t is equal to 3 upon 3 into 1 3, so 3 upon p into p square. We can take out this common on the right hand side, and after taking, you can consider one here is multiple, so after taking out this here we get 1 plus 9 upon p square, because I can take out common from this bracket. Laplace of sine of 3t is equal to 3 upon p square. Take p square as LCM. We can make 1 as 1 upon 1 and take because this fraction, so I make 1 as a fractional value, so that 1 and p square, LCM is p square, p square multiplied to here, and 1 is multiplied here. After solving it, we get this value multiplied by Laplace of sine 3t equal to 3 upon p square. P square cancel out from both sides, and we get Laplace of sine 3t is equal to 3 upon this value divided by p square plus 1, because here on the left hand side this is multiplied. On transposing this value, this will go in denominator, p square plus 9. We have to find this value. Thank you very much indeed for listening me. Wa akhru dawana alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.